Are you 100% happy with the society in which you're living?
No, I'm not, Sadhguru. No.
No.
Hi everyone, I was going to say welcome back to my channel, but I should be saying welcome back to me because I know I have been absent for a little bit and I'm sorry, but while I've been away, you guys have just been amazing and supporting the channel still, and we've reached 500 subscribers, which I know for some channels is like nothing, but I was still super excited about it. So thank you so much. I wish I could know who was like my 500th subscriber, but I don't really know how to do that. But since we've got such a cool little group of people going here, I would really love it if you would leave a comment for me and just tell me a bit about yourself. Where are you based? What's your life like? What are you seeking in life? Why are you here on this channel? It would be really cool to get to know some of you while we're still relatively small channel. Like, we're a really small channel compared to some channels, but I still think like 500 people is crazy. So that'd be cool if we could get to know each other a little bit more. And if you've got any questions for me, if you want to get to know anything about my life outside of this, then please, yeah, leave me a comment. What I am loving about this little community so far is the comments that you guys are leaving on the videos, because I'm almost getting like more knowledge from them than I am from reacting to the videos, or it's helping me understand what is being said in the video. So go back and have a look through. There was one particular video where you guys explained so much. I'll link it wherever it appears. Go and have a look at some of those comments, because it might help you guys out as well, like it did me, or maybe you have something else you can contribute. And if there's anything I'm just getting completely, obviously getting the wrong end of the stick with when I'm watching these, please like do correct me or let me know your thoughts on how you're interpreting what they're saying. But I'm genuinely really excited to be back filming this today. I've been doing a bit of work on my other channel to get that going, so that's why I've been a bit absent. Because we've hit that 500 mark, I'm going to give the people what they want and do a Sadhguru reaction. I'm going to take it back to the first video that we had here where Sadhguru was talking about parenting, and that's obviously something that is very close to my heart because I have 3 young kids and you guys seem to love it. Like, I'm just looking now and it's got over 25,000 views. Bonkers. So I've chosen this video, should parents punish their children?
There's nothing to correct the child. Teachers definitely need some correction. Somewhere you believe that Creator has made a mistake and you want to fix it. If the new children don't do it like you, that means the world will change. That's wonderful.
Why you should stop punishing your children.
No, but whoever told you that you could change them with punishment? You don't have enough experience with children.
Okay, so this was from 2011, so it's been over 10 years now, but I always think the truth is the truth, and you can find texts that were written thousands of years ago that still are completely relevant today, so 10 years is nothing in Sadhguru world, at least.
First thing that you need to understand about a child is that there's nothing wrong with him. Maybe you are a little twisted out. There's really nothing wrong with him. That's how life is. You twisted yourself to fit into your society. He is not twisted himself. He's just the way life should be.
I'm not going to comment now, but it's speaking to my soul already. I've got a big thing about how so many of us are just doing things because we think that's the way society is, or it's the way society has made us believe things are, and it pees me off. But anyway.
You don't like it? I want you to understand. If you don't like the miniature version of yourself, how should the world be bearing with a larger copy? It is just that you are trying to educate them, not because they need to be corrected. Education is not a correctional center. Education is simply nonsense that's necessary to live in this world.
That's what I've never heard that education described that way. I would describe school as that way, to be honest. If you don't know, we're a home educating family, we homeschool, and I think school is definitely mostly just irrelevant nonsense that kids are getting taught. I'm not gonna, I won't hold back on that. It's like necessary to live in this world. Barely even that, is it, what school teaches us?
Yes. If you just leave him in the forest, anyway he will learn how to live. But we've not left enough forests. He has to live in a goddamn city, so we have to teach him the ways. If everybody lived in nature, there would be nothing much to teach, he would learn anyway, isn't it? Now you want him to live in unnatural conditions that you have created as adults, so we have to do some tampering. Let's do it as gently, as minimally as possible. We can't help it. We have to fit them into school, we have to fit them into university, we have to fit them into corporate world. It's a different world, I'm telling you. It's not this world, another world.
I just feel really sad that we do have to fit them all into that, and like all these institutions should be there to like serve us rather than us having to like fit ourselves into them. But I guess he's right in the sense that we all do still have to live in this society whether we like it or not. So we're going to have to teach our children the ways of that to some extent. But let's try and, do it as gently as possible, as he says.
So, because we have to fit them into another world, not this world, there's a problem. They belong to this world. You are an imported case. Or at least you act like one. So all this trouble, if you understand that there is so much to learn for you from a child, rather than the child learning from you, what the hell can you teach a child, tell me, about life?
I definitely think at this point I've probably learned more from my children than they've learnt from me, which is amazing.
You can teach them some textbook physics, some textbook biology, some textbook chemistry. You don't have any first-hand experience of the physical forces in existence. Only some nonsense that you read in the book. It's necessary to pass an examination, it's necessary to get a goddamn job. But you are not putting him through correctional. This should be understood. How do I correct him? Who said he's wrong? So if you think you must correct him, somewhere you believe that Creator has made a mistake and you want to fix it. This is a horrific level of ego. Unfortunately, too many teachers on the planet suffer from this. They think Creator has made a mistake and they're going to fix it.
It's so true, isn't it? Like the minute a child is born, like especially in the Western culture where I'm a part of, it's like the minute a child is born, you should be like training them to sleep in this way, you should be training them to eat in this way, you should be training them to behave in this way, as though there was something like wrong with the way they were going to do all those things, as though nature or Creator, as he calls it, as though they got it wrong. It's like completely nonsensical, really.
You're not fixing anything. You're trying to pervert them. Do you understand? They are normal. You're trying to pervert them. You better understand this. They're quite normal. They're happy. They're fine. They're jumping around, joyful. You're trying to pervert them.
they're normal, but the world that we live in now is not normal.
How to be number one. What's being number one? Being number one means you're sick in your head. That's what it means, being number one. Because if you want to be number one, the rest of the world should be at your feet, isn't it? Yes or no?
But sadly that is what so many people want, and like that's the education system that at least that we have in the UK in the Western world is it gears everyone to that. It's instant competition, you've got to be better than everyone, you've got to be in the top group, you've got to get the top grades. It's just laying that foundation of making kids want to be on top of everyone else, to be number one.
Because there's only one damn number one. If you want to be number one, everybody else has to be beneath you. This is not success, this is sickness. You're trying to teach your child this kind of sickness. Be number one. Everybody should be beneath you. So, don't believe that you have to correct the child. There's nothing to correct the child. Child is fine. It is just that he still doesn't know how to fit into your society. He's wild, as life should be. But the problem is he has to live in a society. A wild human being, they'll lock him up somewhere. We don't want that to happen to him. So we are trying to adjust him to the society we have created, which we ourselves are not happy with.
It's true.
Are you 100% happy with the society in which you're living?
No, I'm not,
Are you?
Sadhguru. No.
No. But you're trying to fit your children into it.
Yeah.
Perfect cogs who will fit and serve the society. So, at least you understand, this is not some kind of a perfect game. You know how to fix them, you know how to take them, you don't know anything. You're just teaching a few survival tricks for them. So please go in front of your children and admit to them that even I don't know how to be. Really, let's together try to do something A, B, C. If you get to Z, fine, otherwise A, B, C, D is good. According to their intelligence. If you exercise their intelligence to think and look and do things, they will do something. They may not do it like you, and it'll be great if they don't do it like you. The world will change.
Amen.
If the new children don't do it like you, that means the world will change. That's wonderful.
They can't do it like us, can they? Because like that, look at the mess we've already made of the world. And yet we're training the kids to do things like we've always done them, and we're just going to get ourselves in more mess, aren't we? Like, he's saying things that are so obvious, and yet nobody else seems to say them or think them. I think we should just interfere with kids minimally, because we've already made so much of a mess of things. Why are we trying to teach them what we know? Because what we know, or what we do, hasn't worked so far, really, has it? Like,
So, don't become a missionary teacher, please. Nothing to correct your children. Teachers definitely need some correction. For sure. Children need just inspiration, not correction. Children just need inspiration. They don't need any correction. Teachers for sure need correction.
I think a lot of teachers try to inspire children, or say that they're trying to inspire children, but unfortunately you can have the best intentions, but if you're still a cog in the education system, there's only so much you can do to try and inspire children, because you have to tick boxes and make sure you get the funding for your school by getting them to pass the right exam.
Mind you, I'm saying all this though we're running schools. And we have a whole circus of problems with the children. And it's okay. The problem is not because they are a problem. The problem is because we are trying to fit them into something reasonably well. So that we don't have to create a separate world for them. Whatever the kind of world we have, they have to fit into it. So we're making that effort. Otherwise there's nothing wrong with them.
Oh, that's a really beautiful message at the end, and I think that's something we really don't allow children to do, is use their inspiration, because from the get-go of school especially, we're telling children what they should be learning, when they should be learning it. They don't really get to follow their interests or their inspiration or choose what they want to learn about or what they want to do in the world. Like, it's no wonder that we end up with a whole bunch of adults who are unhappy with their lives, don't know what they want to do with their lives, and have no idea how to follow their own sort of, and I'm like prime case of this. Like, I really struggle to follow my own tuition on things, and I think that's partly because it does get like pushed out of us from such a young age, because we teach children not to trust their own intuition or not to follow their own interests, and that the things that are just coming to them naturally are wrong, and they should be doing them this other way to fit in with our society. So yeah, let's let kids do things a different way if we have any hope of this whole world surviving, really. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you are still here at this point in the video, please leave me a comment to let me know that you got to this part, because I had a few technical difficulties, so I so appreciate if you stuck with it to the end. More coming soon. I feel reinvigorated because you guys have just been so supportive. So let's get some more going. I might even just go and record another one now. So subscribe if you want to follow along with those ones too. Thank you so much, guys.